WKRG News 5 is your local election headquarters. We're bringing you complete coverage of today's midterm elections with voters at polls now deciding who will represent them in local, state, and national elections. More than 36 people line the sidewalk at the Via Senior Center when the polls open this morning at 7 o'clock. Now, if you haven't voted yet, you have less than 3 hours to do that now. Mobile County is getting a new sheriff. The Republican candidate is Paul Birch, who is currently chief deputy at the sheriff's office. Democratic candidate LeBaron Perkins and Libertarian candidate Charles Wyckoff are running against him. WKRG News 5's Dana Winter is live at the sheriff's office. Now, Dana, Sheriff Sam Cochran is retiring and he is backing Birch.
He is, Cherish, and the sheriff leaves some pretty big shoes to fill. Paul Birch won the primary by nearly 81%, but tonight all three candidates are racing to win this election. Let's go ahead and break down some information about all three of these candidates for you. Let's start with Paul Birch. He started working for Mobile, the city of Mobile, in 1990 for the police department. He then moved over to the sheriff's office in 1999. His 3 decades in law enforcement, a big part of his campaign. Charlie Wyckoff is a former mounted unit member for the sheriff's office, and he's a current member of the National Sheriff's Association. Wyckoff lists fighting for constitutional carry as one of his major talking points. LeBaron Perkins says he has no experience as a sworn law enforcement officer, but he believes outsider experience is needed in the sheriff's office right now. Perkins is a small business owner, and some of his priorities include more transparency in the sheriff's office, more deputies, and a higher budget for the sheriff's office. But, Cherish, like you said, Sheriff Sam Cochran is retiring, so no matter who wins this election tonight, someone new is going to be working at the Mobile County Sheriff's Office. Reporting live in Mobile, I'm Dana Winter for WKRG News 5.
Thanks, Dana. Mobile County District Attorney Ashley Rich is leaving her position, so today voters are choosing her replacement. The two candidates vying for that seat are Democrat Moshe Donald and Republican and current Assistant DA Keith Blackwood. Alabama Senate District 33 was redrawn to include part of Baldwin County. In the race for District 33, incumbent Democrat Vivian Davis Figures is up against Republican Pete Ream. Figures has held the current seat for more than 25 years. An important race in Florida for Congress. Republican candidate Matt Gaetz, who has felt his share of controversy over the past few months, is challenged by Democrat Rebecca Jones. There is also a gubernatorial race today in Florida. Democrat and former Governor Charlie Crist is trying to take the governor's seat from Republican incumbent Governor Ron DeSantis. The governor's seat is also up for grabs in Alabama. Incumbent Republican Governor Kay Ivey is hoping to keep her position for another 4 years, but Democratic challenger Yolanda Flowers is hoping that doesn't happen. Alabama Attorney General Steve Marshall wants to keep his position. Democrat Wendell Major is running against him. He has served as Alabama's top law enforcement official for the past 5 years after being appointed by former Governor Robert Bentley in 2017. Alabamians are also choosing who will represent the state in Congress. Republican Katie Britt would like to take over Alabama's U.S. Senate seat, with longtime Senator Richard Shelby stepping down from that position. Democrat Will Boyd is also in the running for the U.S. Senate seat. Aniah's Law, or Amendment 1, is on the ballot in Alabama. The House passed Aniah's Law and Governor Ivey signed it in June. Now it's up to voters to pass the constitutional amendment. The law is named in honor of 19-year-old Aniah Blanchard, killed by a man who was out on bond for a violent crime. Supporters say it will help prevent future tragedies by keeping violent offenders in jail. Members of the Southern Poverty Law Center have concerns regarding due process if the law does pass, like jail overcrowding. For the first time, Baldwin County could be represented by not one, but 3 women in the House of Representatives. WKRG News 5's Debbie Williams is live at the polls in Fairhope. Debbie, a strong voter turnout could seal the deal for these ladies.
Yeah, and we're seeing a lot of traffic at polls across Baldwin County. You know, the State House in Montgomery could have a decidedly female flair after the returns come in tonight. That strong voter turnout could seal it for not only Jennifer Fiddler, but Donna Givens and Frances Hope Jones, who are expected to bring home a victory tonight. All 3 with strong ties to Baldwin County. All will take those values and experience to Montgomery. And I know, Cherish, that you had mentioned Senator Vivian Figures just a little bit ago, but she's the 4th lady in this mix, and she has really got a tight race on her hands with Pete Ream. That will be a race that we are certainly watching closely tonight as those returns start coming in a little after 7. Cherish?
Now, there are a couple of other items on the ballot a lot of people are watching closely, Debbie.
Yeah, there's a county commission seat that is being challenged. Skip Gruber has been on the county commission for 16 years. He's being challenged by the NAACP representative for Baldwin County, Alec Barnett, tonight. And then the other one that is garnered a lot of attention is this referendum that folks that are in the unincorporated areas of Baldwin County that live outside the city limits, they vote yes or no on this referendum that would give a limited home rule to the county commission. That would give them authority to take care of handle situations like litter, animal control issues, noise complaints, and that kind of thing. It's a strictly up and down yes or no, and a lot of people started getting a lot of traction on the no side of that vote late in this election. So it'll be interesting to watch that one as those returns come in tonight. Cherish?
Absolutely. Debbie, thank you so much. WKRG News 5 is bringing you complete coverage of the midterm elections here on air and on WKRG.com. We'll have results for you after the polls close tonight.